Hello guys, it is Belle here and I am back for day 25 of hashtag Junk Journal July 2024, hosted by the lovely Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. We really don't have many days left of this, guys. So 2 days, oh, all prompts will be down below. Almost forgot that bit. So today's prompt is tea-dyed, which is right up my street. Now, I could do some absolutely amazing things, or I could do a quick video. Oh, guys, seriously. If you have seen my Wednesday, it would be yesterday now, actually, video for Release the Craftings RTC Goblin mode challenge, you'll know that realistically a lot of my time has been taken up with that. So we're just going to play here. So tea dyed. I tea dye. I don't coffee dye. I tea dye. So this is right up my street. And what I really wanted to do is I just wanted to do a whole page, a whole collage scrappy page of tea dyed or what looks tea dyed stuff. So we're just going to do that. And I picked this page. I'm going to be honest, I've been changing some of the pages around in my journals because they just needed moving for the journal to work better. So this should have been in the journal like this, like earlier in the journal. And I've now changed it up, which means this is quite bumpy to work on. But we're going to make it work. So I just pulled out literally all sorts of tea-dyed scraps that I have in my stash. You know, tea-dyed doilies and index cards and tea bags for tea dyeing. And I love these little scraps. I love them. And lined paper and stamped tea dyeing and all of this. And I love this because it's already got this page with writing on. So we're going to kind of go collage around it. And I'm not even going to think too much about it, guys. I just want to collage. Now, the problem with this is I cannot stitch. If I do want to stitch on here, I need to stitch beforehand. And right now, I have red thread in my sewing machine. So we'll see how that goes, shall we? Not with the red thread. I'm not putting red thread on here, although the pop of colour might be quite nice. So let me think about that as I'm collaging. Welcome, if you're new here, to the brain of Belle, where I start off with one idea and then when I start creating, suddenly change that idea. Welcome to my crafting chaos. Oh, this is so funny because it's so bumpy. So we've got that on there. Now I'm thinking what I would like to do is use this stamped image as like a focal point because I just think she's beautiful. And I have a little bit of stamping. So this one says, I'm pretty sure that with sparkly shoes and a new tiara, we could conquer the world. Yes, maybe not a tiara. I'm not the tiara kind, but red sparkly shoes, a bit like Dorothy. I do really like those. And this one says, if it doesn't make you feel fabulous, don't do it, don't buy it, don't keep it. And I kind of love that one. So that might be the one we use, but I kind of want this to be a focal point. So I'm just going to collage along the back of this, or in places. We're just going to collage. And then as we collage, and I can even leave some of the tea-dyed paper in the background. So, you know, as we collage, we'll decide where to put things and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah. So this kind of prompt was right up my street. There's so many things you can do, and I know there's loads of people doing really beautifully fancy pages, which I'm always like, oh wow, look at those. But you know what? It's all right to do a quick page too. You don't always have to do fancy, because I think what put me off doing a lot of challenges for quite a while, oh, I love this with the kind of bits. I kind of love that. That's going on there. So we need something here. What put me off doing challenges for quite a while is the idea that they always have to be quite involved, you know, that they take a long time to do. That would have been nice up there rather than this bit. Can we pull this bit off? Yes. And it used to put me off doing challenges because I used to think, when am I going to have time to sort of do a 30-day, 14-day, whatever challenge? And when I have done challenges in the past, quite often I do try and do really detailed or long sort of videos for it. And if I'm doing that, that's kind of all the time I've kind of got, especially if I'm working on other projects. And sometimes it can just get very sort of like tiring. And you just think, oh, I don't have the time, especially if you're doing a lot of other things. I know a lot of you out there are parents or working full-time, as well as enjoying your love of crafting. And yeah, sometimes it can just be, you can just think, I don't have the time for that. I don't have the time, but I really want to do it. So I am trying with the July challenge to do quicker pages. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. It's just one of those things. So this is some tea dyed ledger paper. It's not vintage, it's more modern ledger paper. And then we tea dye it to give it a vintage look. Yes, we do. Because actually vintage ledger paper can be quite hard to find over here in the UK. And if you do find it, it's normally extremely expensive. I'm thinking I want to keep that bit, you know. I love this. Oh, I love it so much. Yes, I do. And these are just the edges of some bigger pages. So I'll tea dye the whole lot and then trim this edge off, especially if I'm doing a larger journal. And then I get to keep these to play with, which, let's face it, they're fun. Now, I'm wondering if I want some tea dyed, like tea bag, maybe up here. Maybe we could have it there. Now, I don't have my Mod Podge with me, so I am very gently going to use the glue on here, because you can just glue them down. And you know, how much more tea dyed can you get than an actual tea bag that's had your tea in it? You know, I'm pretty sure that's as tea dyed as you can get. So let's round that corner. Okay, I was going to leave that and then I didn't, and that's fine. And you can see now how that has really just kind of merged with it. So I really love this, and I do want this on here. And then if we, this isn't tea dyed, but it's on brown craft paper, and we're just bringing in the colours as well. So let's ink around the edge of this with some walnut stain. I could use the vintage, what's it called? Vintage photo. And I think there is one that's tea dyed paper or something as well. I think that looks quite cute on there. Or do we want it more over here? Like that. I kind of like it over there, you know. Okay, so now I'm also got, now this isn't tea dyed, but it's some vintage sewing pattern paper. I just think this will bring an interesting kind of aspect. So I'm thinking of doing that like there and that there. And then we do have some tea dyed doily. In fact, I've got two. One a lot lighter tea dyed. You can see how light that is. It still looks white. And then this one, which is a bit darker. I might like this one more. I might even like it that way around. Like so. Maybe not. Maybe that way around. So, and I have this bit of tea dyed index card that's actually got some black stitching on. So if I wanted to add some stitching, I can. What does that look like there? I don't like that there. Or maybe I do and I'm going to put it back. But for now, I'm saying no. I'm wondering if I want it more here. If I move this over a bit more, I'm going to have that across there. This down here. Just stay where you're supposed to stay, thank you very much. Like so. Okay, so I'm liking that. I do have some more of this dark one, and let's face it, we want to add it because it's just so delicious. You can't not have it. So I could put it down there, which I kind of like because there's this weird line and it's very white. So we're just putting it down there. That line's bothering me. So I could have inked it, which would have made it a bit blend a bit better, but it is what it is. And we'll do what we can. Okay. I have this little bit too. And I'm wondering if I want to kind of put it underneath. It's just because I've got it and I just think if I've got it, why not use them rather than leave them as tiny bits, which is fine because then they can be used in other projects, but also I like to use it up if I've got it. We have that over there. We can have that down here. Yeah, I like that little bit there. So let me glue this little vintage piece down so you can see we're going very kind of vintage looking with this one, and we're using all sorts of tea-dyed scraps. Very simple little collage and some stamped images, and I'm thinking I might do some more stamping on here actually. So let's get these all glued down just so it's in place. And I like that because you can still see the lines through it. Oh, that's cute. And now let's do this first. I'm going to do down this line. I think this needs darker. I think it needs more walnut stain to it. So I think I want it really to stand out. Yeah, that's better. When I originally did this stamped image, it was just, again, in my scraps. I might have actually used Vintage Photo on it. And I just think it needs walnut stain on it instead. So let's do that so we can have this with the stitching showing. Cute, cute, cute. And then we can have this piece. Just stick it along here. Cute, cute, cute. Oop, where are you going? Like so. I actually did a similar page for one of my days in Junk Journal January. I used stamps on it as well, I think, and lots of stitching. And obviously I'm not doing that in this one. So I'm just wondering now whether I want a little bit of doily just kind of here as well. I'm just thinking again that straight line needs to be kind of broken up. No, I want to see some of that writing. I do actually want to see some of it. So we can have it like that maybe. I think it's this bit. It was straight, the tea bag, and I think that's annoying me. I think that's part of the problem. Do I have anything that would work? This will. And then we can put it across that line. Across there. Okay. And you're going to say, but it's still a straight line there, Belle. Yes, but I like it better this way. And you just got to go with what you like better, haven't you? Like whatever your eyeballs are telling you works for you. Then that's what you got to do. That's what's so great about crafting. Everyone's got different styles, and what we might look at and go, oh, I would have done it such and such a way. But the other person's like, well, no, this really works for me. And so that just, you can just get inspired by other people's and then kind of do it the way you like it. Okay, let's glue this little piece down again. Still got all these tea dye scraps. It's crazy. I just love the tissue paper. And we want this. Where do we want this? I wanted it over here, didn't I? Yeah. If it doesn't make you feel fabulous, don't do it. Don't buy it. Don't keep it. That is something to live by, guys. Really is. Especially in this age of modern consumerism. I mean, one of the things I like about junk journaling and things is how much... Do you know, I haven't got any music on here. Now, this isn't tea dyed, but it is really vintage and looks extremely tea dyed. Yeah, one of the things I love about junk journaling and just making journals in general is how much we reuse. How much we kind of take that others would throw away. And we go, oh, we'll use that. Kind of like that there. Or do I want it up here? Across that bit of doily. Ooh, I think I like it there. I like it in a few places, but I like it there. Yeah. Although, it's not like we don't have consumerism in crafting, is it? Because we all... There's always so much that we're all like, oh my gosh, that's lovely. So, yeah. Maybe a little bit up there. Again, there's a straight line that's just bothering me, and I'm thinking if I add a little bit of music, that may not bother me so much. Then we're going to do a quick little bit of stamping, because I have a new stamp set that I got for my birthday, and I haven't used it once yet. And I thought it might work on here, just to have it in places. So it is the Creative Expressions designed by Sam Paul. Signatures from the Past, CEC1055. And I really like the little flower on here. And I also thought a signature might be quite good as well. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? I've opened it up and already put it through the packet. How do people keep their stuff in packets perfectly for ages? Is it just me? Like, am I too excited when I'm opening it that I just rip it, or what? I just don't know. Right, this is sticky, so I am going to need to ink this and stamp it off onto my stamping paper before I put it on here, because it might not give me a good impression to begin with. So let's grab my stamping paper. Exactly what I thought. I really don't like them when they're really sticky like this when you first get them. Right, that's a bit better. And again, I'm going to have to really think about where I'm going to stamp this, because obviously we've got the bubbles underneath. Maybe down here. Now I've decided to use this. I'm like, where am I going to put it? Maybe down here. Do you know what? I've looked at it now and I don't know if I want that one. How funny is that? Yeah, they're just too sticky. Okay, Mary Forsyth. Maybe we could have that. And I also have to put my number on here, so I need to think about where I'm going to put the number. So let's re-stamp this up again. And then, because I've been after a stamp set with signatures in to put on projects. Mary Forsyth along there. I kind of like that. Yes, I do. I like that. Oh, we've got the word postcard. Shall we add that? Where did I get Mary Forsyth from? Now my glue's fallen off the table. Welcome to the chaos of my life, life, life. Welcome to the chaos of my life. Catalogue. Or let's do postcard. I like postcard. Sticking it onto the acetate, guys. Oh my goodness. What a day, what a day, what a day it is. Yes, that's a nice impression. Maybe it was just the flower. Right, let's put postcard there. Yes, I like it a lot. All right then, and we can put some numbers on here. Normally I'd use my Tim Holtz numbers, but we have numbers here, so why don't we just use them? And I do need to actually put the number on here, obviously, of the day. Oh, that's a really lovely clear impression there. I like that one a lot. I'm thinking maybe across here where the writing is. I don't know if there's too much in that line now. Okay, let's work out where we're actually going to put the numbers. And we have day 24, 5. Where has it gone to? Oh no, I need to double check. Okay, got it. I've got it. 25. Because if you've seen an earlier video a couple of days ago, I put the wrong date on something. I did go in and fix it, so it's all fixed and I don't need to worry about it. But I just like really triple checking now, because sometimes the way you do a page, it won't work. You're trying to fix the number. So Belle, it's best just to get the number right to begin with. 25. I think a 25 would work here, actually. Yeah. And do you know what, guys? I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's going to be today's page. So, again, the prompt was tea dyed. So I've just taken all my tea dyed scraps, or some of my tea dyed scraps that I had in my stash. And I've just created a page with those and some stamped images. And that is literally how simple a page can be. What do you need, guys? You don't need much else. A couple of stamps and a couple of scraps of paper. They don't even have to be real tea dyed paper. But also any paper can be easily tea dyed or coffee dyed. Most of us have tea or coffee in our house. If you don't, you can always use any ink pads that you have. And then stamped images, and you can literally make a page that quickly. I say that, this might be longer than I thought it was going to be, because everything went to a bit upsy-turvy. So, that's it, guys. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I always love hearing your comments down below, so please do leave me some. And, oh, I had some of this wallpaper. That goes so well there. Oh, we're adding it. Sorry, I literally saw it on my table as I was moving the scraps and then went, ooh, now this isn't tea dyed either, but it gives some texture and I love it. So I'm using it in here. Yes, and I will be back soon with another video. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. And wherever you are in the world, and whether you're a tea or coffee drinker, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now, guys.